So if you're looking to sell on Amazon FBA, there's a 99% chance that you're going to fail. So you're in the right spot, because I'm going to show you exactly what the two biggest reasons why Amazon FBA sellers fail are, and how you can avoid them to join the 1% of people actually making money and building a long-term business on Amazon FBA. Before we jump in on this journey together, I'd super appreciate if you could hit the like button below to show me you appreciate this video content, and also help me boost it out there into the YouTube universe. And it's going to be actually an incredible video today. So if you, one, are just finding out about Amazon FBA and you don't really know what it is so much, and you'd like to get the details on exactly what it is and why there's so many people raving about it, you're in the perfect place. If you haven't taken action yet, but you've known about Amazon FBA for a while, you're in the perfect place, because you probably would have made one of these two mistakes and fallen into these two traps I'm going to reveal to you today if you don't watch this video, because 99% of people do. And thirdly, if you have taken action and you're selling on Amazon FBA already, but you're not as profitable as you'd like to be, or you're not profitable at all, this is the video for you. So we're going to dive deep into the two biggest traps that are going to stop you from making a business that's earning you $10,000 a month on Amazon FBA. And we're going to start on the ground floor together. So Amazon FBA at its most basic level, at its simplest level, and why there's such a craze for it right now, is taking a product like this, a very simple product, which is just a knee sleeve or a knee brace. You can see they're selling for $15 on Amazon FBA, and they can come over here to Alibaba.com, which is a big catalog of Chinese suppliers, mainly from China. Chinese suppliers are all from China, but there's other suppliers on here too. And you can see you can get this exact same knee brace for $1.80. If you buy over 1,000 pieces, you can get it for $1.80, and I'm assuring you that these people are buying over 1,000 pieces. You can see it's the orange stripes. They've got their logo in here, and that's what private labeling is. It's just putting your own logo on these simple generic products and building a brand around them. So they're selling them for $15, which is $13 more than they're buying for, and they're selling 9,000 products every single month, which is 300 of these knee braces every single day. And this happens in every single category. This is like the Walmart of online shopping, where there's millions of customers shopping every day, and it's very easy to sell hundreds of your product at a very high profit rate. But it's not that way unless you follow a successful strategy. And I actually worked really hard on this graphic for you, and I wanted to show this to you, because this video is about how 99% of people fail. And if you're like, Benj, why would I start a business where 99% of people fail? It's because it's not like a roulette table. It's not like, cool, I'm going to go to a roulette table and bet where there's a 1% chance to win. What I want you to know is that there's a 1% pathway. So if you start where these people start, who are successful sellers on Amazon FBA, and you take the steps that they took, you are ensured success. If you do exactly every step that everybody else has done to be successful and to be profitable, you're going to be profitable. The mistake comes not in Amazon FBA, but in the fact that people can't follow the step-by-step process that successful sellers are using, and they get confused, they get overwhelmed, they're not sure who to listen to, and they make all these beginner mistakes because they're not actually doing the steps they need to be doing. So this is why Amazon FBA is an incredible business opportunity if you do the steps in the right order, because you're going to be successful. Even though most people are not going to be able to do those steps, you can avoid this big old rectangle over here just by doing them in order each step of the way. And I'm going to show you the two biggest traps right now. Biggest trap number one I'm going to show you right now is not taking action. So there are millions of people searching how to sell on Amazon FBA, but there's only a handful of people who actually take action and get started. And I know it can be overwhelming. I know there's a considerable upfront investment with Amazon FBA, but there are a lot of success stories, and to lighten the mood in here as well and show you that there's a lot of people actually making money on Amazon FBA, I'm going to pop the testimonials around the screen of people who have taken our Freedom Formula method and actually become successful and sold over $10,000 on Amazon FBA. A key number one, if you are going to be successful and you are going to follow, getting back to this really cool graphic of mine, the path of successful sellers, you need to actually start, and you need to actually take the leap of faith. Not running fast enough is the first problem. So not actually starting and not actually getting yourself up there is the first problem. This is a cool little Amazon gearbox strategy that I've whipped up for you to show you exactly what it looks like to run too fast on Amazon. So, which is the second problem, because people are like, cool, we got to get the best selling product out there. We want to be number one in the category. We want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. But if your budget doesn't allow for that, you don't want to be number one in your category. And I want to start this by going over to Amazon FBA, Amazon, and actually we're just going to get Amazon first. And we're going to do this from scratch together. So I don't have any products in mind, but I'm just going to type in the letter I, and we're going to not sell iPad things. Let's have a look at IN. Index cards. So index cards, they look like just like note cards. They're a little bit cheap to actually sell, but I wanted to show you because I know they're going to be in high demand because they came up when I typed in IN, and that's how you know they're a high demand product because Amazon are ranking their search suggestions based on demand. But I want to show you this. If you are the 10th best selling index card on Amazon, you're making $20,000 of revenue a month. And if you're doing a 30% profit margin, which you should be, you are going to be doing roughly $6,500 of profit every single month by being the 10th best in your category. Now, a lot of people miss this, and I got off the phone to my cousin who started an Amazon business yesterday, and he was saying that he's had the same problems. He's been the Amazon's hot new release. They're selling a lot of their product every single day. They're moving off the shelf, the revenue's coming in, but he's getting down to crunch time and he can't actually see a profit yet because all they're doing is breaking even. And the problem is that he's actually running a little bit too fast, which is counterintuitive because all the signs are there for him saying that he's doing really well. And what I want to show you here, especially if you have a low budget to start, is this Amazon gearbox that is going to save you a lot of money, a lot of headache, and may actually save you from going back to working a 9-to-5 job forever. So if you have made it this far in the video, definitely pay attention here because this is going to be the difference between your dream life and the life of you going back to a 9-to-5 job. So when you have a product on Amazon FBA, and actually this graph right here is the keeper graph. And just in case that you guys haven't seen my other videos, I'm going to show you what the keeper graph actually looks like with something like this. Keeper is Keepa. It used to be a free app, and now it's a paid app. And it's not necessary because there are other apps, and I'll show you later this week some good apps that do this for free. But it shows you the sales rank of an Amazon product. So the sales rank is basically how well a product is selling. The lower the bestseller rank, the better, because Amazon compare every product on their store against each other. So this product right here at the moment is the 767th best-selling product in its category, which is very, very impressive. And you can see if we jungle scout it and see how much it's making, they're doing $26,000 having that rank. So doing very well. What I want to show you is you can zoom out here to its all-time, and you can see it's probably gone out of stock here and they boosted right up. But apart from that, they've been doing really well and sitting really low on those charts, getting a lot of sales. So this is an example of another product. It was actually a relaunch that I did a little bit of time ago, and I wanted to show you the different gears of a launch. So you can see this lighter gray blue color is hovering around 25,000 bestseller rank. The third gear is hovering below 20,000 to about 10,000, and the fifth gear, which is the highest gear, of course, because you go faster in the top gear, is going to be within the top 5,000 bestseller rank, basically. Now, I only had a limited amount of these products, about 2,000, or could have been about 1,500 of these products. Now, what I could do and what was happening really well, you can see I'm getting this nice downward trend to my product, and I could very easily slip into the top 10,000. I'm pretty sure I was in the top 10,000 bestseller rank, but my price point was actually at $18.89 to get there. And so this price point here is basically the thing that you can influence. This is what determines what gear you're in. So in fifth gear, the cheaper you are, the more product sales you're going to get, the lower bestseller rank you're going to have. Third gear, you're going to be up a lot of your price. Therefore, you're going to actually be slower on sales, slower on daily individual sales, but you're going to be higher on revenue and profit. And in first gear, you're going to have the highest price point, which is going to really slow down your sales. But once again, we're going to come to it in a second, your profit is going to be much higher because I'm on limited stock. So I am going to run out of stock. If I'm selling 50 of these products a day, which is, these are actual real stats. I was selling 50 of these products a day at $18.89, and I only had about 1,500 in stock. So that's 30 days, and it takes 30 days for my new stock to get from my supplier into Amazon's warehouse. Now, this is a problem because I'm going to run out of stock. And if a lot of people do this, they hold this position in fifth gear because they're looking at their bestseller rank, they're looking at their graph, they want to be number one in their niche. But the problem is that you're going to run out of stock. Okay, so I've just made a quick edit because I saw I had this daily revenue wrong in here, but I'm back. And what I want to show you is that if you're holding this fifth gear, if you're putting your foot on the accelerator the entire time, you're going to run out of stock really quickly. And even though you're moving a lot of revenue, almost doing $1,000 a day of revenue, you're only making $330 profit a day, which is okay, but you're going to be out of stock. And guess what happens when you're out of stock? Your bestseller rank goes through the roof, and you won't have as much profit as you would if you slowed your gear down a little bit. As you get that momentum, you don't always want to go forward, you want to balance it. So pull it back a little bit. And how you pull it back is you pop up the price point of your product. And because you've got that momentum, you think sales would absolutely stop, but they don't. You've got the momentum, people are coming and finding your product, you've got that traffic in there. And what you have to understand is then you can pop it back into third gear, and you can actually have less than half the amount of sales, almost half the amount of revenue, but almost the same amount of profit, a much, much higher profit margin, and you're going to stay in stock a lot longer. And you can see at the end of your stock, so when your stock does run out, you have almost double the amount of profit that you have from your first order. And there's no rush, there's an extra, in this calculation, you have an extra 12 days of days left in stock. Those 12 days, your new stock could be getting created and shipped to Amazon, so you're all ready to be in stock when it gets out of stock anyway. And if you're not ready, slow it down again. Keep slowing it down until you're working at your level. Don't run too fast. Don't be number one in your niche if you can't afford to be, because number 10 in the niche that we saw, the note card niche, is making $8,000 of profit a month, which if you're not happy with that, I'm definitely happy with that. Start there, and on the next reorder, order a few more, and then move up to number 7. On the next order a few more, move up to number 6, and keep moving up the rankings one by one slowly, staying as profitable as possible from day one. Now, this is for you if you have a smaller budget. If you have a big budget, you can go for number 1. If you have $100,000 to put in this product and you're like, cool, I want to be making 300 G's a month in the next 4 months, do a different strategy. But if you are just getting started with this and money's precious and you want to make sure this works for you the first time, be very conscious about what gear you're in and move down those gears once you get momentum. That's key too. You got to get momentum. Don't start in the first gear and try and drive all the way in first gear. You need to move it up to 5th gear first, get that momentum, and then slow it down and balance it out using your price point. So if you want the step-by-step formula, and if you want more training on this, on how to be that 1% and join the testimonials that we've got and the successful sales we've got, make sure you do check out the free training in the description. If you also are enjoying this content, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe, because we got a lot of this stuff to come. We're doing a daily video, and we're going to do a lot of live walkthroughs and challenges for you as well that I'd love to do together. And thanks for being here. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. That's how I know you're dedicated. And feel free to watch my other videos. I'll see you in one of those.